A very good morning to everyone. My name is Saurabh Joshi and thank you so much for joining this session. अगर आपको मेरी आवाज़ क्लियर आ रही है, so please you can comment anything in the comment section and we can start the session soon. Once again, thank you so much for joining this session. My name is Saurabh Joshi and I'll see you soon live. Okay, so thank you so much for the comment. Everything is good, everything sounds good. Just give us 1 minute and we'll join soon. Be online, just give us a minute, we'll join soon.
Who are we? We are what we remember. We are our memories. But what makes the memories that make us? Touch makes the memories. The tongue, the ears, the eyes, and then there's the mind, the greatest storyteller, a spool of memories weaving reality. But memory fades fast. How do we hold on to what defines us? That which says, here, see all the lives you've lived in this life. Photographs endure. It's a ticket back to a moment gone by. Find a tool that helps you remember. The camera is a time machine. So take pictures with your mind. Make yourself with your photographs. So you can be whole. No missing pieces.
So, very good morning to everyone. Hello, my name is Saurabh Joshi and I welcome you here today on this very special occasion that is the World's Photography Day. So, let me first wish all of you happy World Photography Day to all my camera friends, to all the people who like playing with the camera. Whether you are a photographer or you are a video person, no matter what, photograph is what you create for your memories. And today is the day that we celebrate internationally. By doing a lot of things. It may be showcasing our work, it may be something, a shoot that we have planned earlier. And just like that, today Fujifilm India also have planned a very nice, quick chat session with the Fujifilm experts, the Fujifilm reviews team like me and others that we have seen online to all the workshops that we do recently. So we have 5 people on us in the panel, and all of these people are basically Fujifilm experts, and also they have interest in a very different field accordingly. So what we are going to talk about today is about travel photography, about street photography, about wildlife and nature photography, and it might interest you as well. So the whole session will be very. What we'll do is, I will keep a check on the comment section as well. And जो भी आपके doubts हैं, जो भी आपके questions हैं, in a mostly photography way, instead of which camera or which settings or anything that you want to ask personally to us, जो कि about our work or anything like that, most welcome to shoot any kind of questions in the comment section. Now, about the panel today, the first person that I'm going to invite is, his name is Rohit Adlakha, and he is based out of Delhi. He is a nature, travel, and adventure photographer. Before, before I invite him, let me show you a short video where you might see him shooting around in Banaras city, and you will might also get a hold of his work. And let's go on. Let's watch the video of Rohit, and then I'll invite Rohit on the session here. Okay, so can I have Rohit on my screen, please? Hello, Rohit. Good morning.
Hi Saurabh, good morning. Happy World Photography Day to you.
Same to you, brother. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining on a special day. We are both in the same city, और यहाँ बहुत बारिश हो रही है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
How do you plan this day? How have you been planning this day, and what did you thought about it? आज का क्या planning था, and because of the rain, what's your plan now?
राइट, सो ड्यू टू मॉनसून आज पूरे दिल्ली एनसीआर में हैवी रेन्स हो रहे हैं. सो मेरा प्लान था कि मैं थोड़ा सा एक छोटा कॉम्पैक्ट कैमरा लेके बाहर निकलूं, कुछ मॉनसून की पिक्चर्स बनाऊं, बट ड्यू टू हैवी रेन्स हर जगह पे वाटर लॉगिंग है, अभी जा नहीं पाए. बट होपफुली in second half I'll try to create some pictures related to monsoon, related to some streets and colors. तो ये मेरा आज का प्लान था. और अभी मैं आपको के सामने बैठा हूँ जो एक ये लाइव वर्कशॉप चल रही है. सो पूरे इंडिया के जितने भी फोटोग्राफर्स अभी ये वर्कशॉप देख रहे हैं, हैप्पी वर्ल्ड फोटोग्राफी डे टू एवरीवन. थैंक यू सो मच सब लोगों का ज्वाइन करने के लिए. यस सर.
थैंक यू सो मच रोहित. सो आज की ये वर्कशॉप नहीं रहेगी, आज का ये मोर ऑफ अ टॉक सेशन रहेगा. मैं आपके बारे में जानना चाहूँगा और मैं बाकी पैनल के जो लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे उनके बारे में भी जानना चाहूँगा. अक्सर हम लोग जब बातें करते हैं बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निकल बातें करते हैं, बहुत ही ज़्यादा बोलते हैं कि ये सेटिंग होनी चाहिए, ये अपर्चर होना चाहिए, ये कैमरा होना चाहिए. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू फोटोग्राफी, मैं ऐसा सोचता हूँ कि यस, जब कोई चीज़, स्पेशली अगर मैं आपके जॉनर में बात करूँ, जो आप ट्रैवल शूट करते हो, आप लैंडस्केप शूट करते हो, आप मेरे को पता है आप ट्रैकिंग करते हो, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. So that is the frame that you create. So instead of talking about the settings today, आज मैं आपसे आपकी photography और आपके personal interest के बारे में बात करूँगा. And the same thing I expect from the viewers also. Let's make it a very lightful morning and very cheerful day, and wishing everyone World Happy Photography Day. Happy World Photography Day. I'm sorry, so sorry. And let's okay. So before asking you any questions, Rohit, मैं ये जो शूट की वीडियो देखी है आपकी XT200 की when you went to बनारस, मुझे इतना पता है कि आपको बनारस बहुत पसंद है. देव तिपाली ऑल्सो आप जाते हो एंड रेगुलर ऑन ऑलमोस्ट एवरी सेकेंड मंथ आप बनारस जाते हो. व्हाट इज इन बनारस? टेल मी अबाउट बनारस.
ओके, तो बनारस बहुत ज़्यादा पॉपुलर है. मुझे ही नहीं, आई थिंक हर फोटोग्राफर के लिए बनारस की एक स्पेशल वैल्यू है, बिकॉज इट इज़ द ओल्डेस्ट लिविंग सिटी इन द वर्ल्ड जिसे बोला जाता है. यहाँ की वाइब्रेंट स्ट्रीट्स, यहाँ के कलरफुल पोर्ट्रेट्स, यहाँ के फेस्टिवल, यहाँ की जो गंगा आरती है वो बहुत वर्ल्ड फेमस है. तो फोटोग्राफर्स पूरा वर्ल्ड से उसे कैप्चर करने आते हैं. और यहाँ इस सिटी में कुछ एक इंटरेस्टिंग सी खास बात है, यहाँ की जो वाइब्स है वो बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है. साथ में अगर आप फोटोग्राफी के साथ साथ ट्रैवल का शौक रखते हैं या फिर खाने का शौक रखते हैं, तो फूडीज के लिए भी एक वाराणसी बड़े एक इंटरेस्टिंग प्लेस है कि फोटोज भी आप बनाइए और साथ में इंटरेस्टिंग खाना भी खाइए. सो दैट्स व्हाई मुझे वाराणसी शुरू से ही एक स्पेशल प्लेस है हार्ट में.
ओके, सो how tell me about yourself कि how did you came in contact with the camera? मतलब आपने ये कब डिसाइड किया कि आप आगे जाके फोटोग्राफर बनना चाहेंगे या कैमरा यूज करना चाहेंगे? एंड व्हाट मेड यू केम इनटू दिस थिंग?
राइट. सो एक्चुअली बचपन से बहुत कम लोगों को आइडिया होता है कि उन्हें एग्जैक्टली करना क्या है लाइफ में. सो मुझे भी अपने स्कूल तक नहीं पता था कि मुझे क्या करना है. स्टूडेंट, मैंने बीकॉम किया. बीकॉम के साथ साथ ही मैं चार्टेड अकाउंटेंसी पढ़ रहा था. देन पहली बार जब मैं ट्रैवल ट्रिप पे गया फैमिली के साथ, फर्स्ट टाइम एक छोटा सा कैमरा हाथ में आया, कुछ पिक्चर्स क्लिक करी, तो एक कनेक्शन सा बन गया. वो पिक्चर्स मुझे अच्छा लगा क्लिक करना, और धीरे धीरे उसमें इतना ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट आने लगा कि मेरा कॉलेज ख़त्म होते होते, ग्रेजुएशन ख़त्म होते होते मैंने अपना CA ड्रॉप कर दिया फोटोग्राफी को प्रोफेशन बनाने के लिए. देन आई परस्यूड माई हायर एजुकेशन, माई पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इन फोटोग्राफी. और उसके बाद से करीब 9-10 सालों से मेरी ये जर्नी जारी है, जहाँ पे मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, शूट करता हूँ, फोटोग्राफी वर्कशॉप्स करता हूँ. सो ये एक मेरी जर्नी है. जो मेरा एक जो प्रोफेशन है, कॉमर्स से बिल्कुल फोटोग्राफी में शिफ्ट हो गया, बिकॉज मैं फोटोग्राफी इंजॉय करता हूँ, साथ में ट्रैवल इंजॉय करता हूँ. लोगों से मिलना मुझे पसंद है, नए कल्चर में अलग अलग एक्सपीरियंस करना. सो दैट्स वाई फोटोग्राफी एक मेरे लिए एक स्पेशल, बहुत पैशनेट हूँ मैं इस चीज़ को लेके लाइफ में.
ओके, सो वेरी वेरी सिमिलर स्टोरी लाइक माइन. मैंने भी कॉमर्स किया है और कैमरा उठाया उसके बाद में. सो इट वाज रियली नाइस यू नो टॉकिंग टू यू अबाउट योर इंट्रोडक्शन टू कैमरा इंडस्ट्री और कैमरास बेसिकली. सो राइट नाउ इफ यू हैव एनीथिंग टू शो विद अस सो दैट मैं भी कुछ थोड़ा सा आपका एक दो कुछ फोटोज देखना चाहूँगा जिस पर मेरे कुछ सवाल हो अगर मैं कुछ पूछ रहा हूँ. एंड ऑल्सो आई वेलकम ऑल माई व्यूअर्स एज वेल. इन केस आपके पास कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं रिगार्डिंग दैट इमेजेस जो रोहित शेयर करेंगे अभी, सो यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. प्लीज यू कैन आस्क बिकॉज वंस वी आर डन विद रोहित वी हैव अनदर पीपल, अनदर कपल ऑफ पीपल, अनदर फ्रेंड्स, फोटोग्राफर फ्रेंड्स जो कि पैनल में है. सो वी कीप ऑन शफलिंग देम. So Rohit, yes, coming back to you. Do you want to share something with us here right now?
Yes. शेयर करने से पहले क्विकली मैं बता देता हूँ कि मुझे क्या शूट करना पसंद है. सो ट्रैवल फोटोग्राफी मुझे ज़्यादा शूट करना पसंद है. ट्रैवल में भी स्पेसिफिकली माउंटेन्स जाने का शौक है, हाइकिंग पे ट्रैकिंग करने का शौक है. तो जो मैं आज आपको पिक्चर्स दिखा रहा हूँ तो मोस्टली लैंडस्केप फोटोग्राफी है डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया. तो आप कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हैं उससे रिलेटेड अगर आपको अच्छी लगी आप अपना फीडबैक भी कर सकते हैं. मैं अपना स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. और अब आप मेरा स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हैं?
Yes.
Okay. So the first picture, so it's all about mountains today because मुझे स्पेसिफिकली माउंटेन से ज़्यादा प्यार है. माउंटेन्स में ट्रैवल के साथ साथ कैप्चर करना भी पसंद है. तो ये पहली पिक्चर है. दिस इज फ्रॉम कल्पा, हिमाचल प्रदेश. सो दिस इज अ लैंडस्केप, दिस इज अ सनराइज. जस्ट बिफोर द सनराइज, जब ये रेज जस्ट सनराइज होने से पहले जब ये इमेज मेरी आँख मुझे दिखा कि बड़ा एक वाइब्रेंट सा, एक कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग सा, बड़ा ड्रामेटिक सा यहाँ पे टोन्स दिखेगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई मैंने ये पिक्चर कैप्चर किया. अराउंड 5:30 AM 6 AM इन द मॉर्निंग अपर हिमाचल में। ओके, सो आगे बढ़ता हूँ। इससे रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेश्चन है आप मुझसे पूछ
Sure, yes,
सकते
yes,
हैं।
definitely.
या एंड दिस इज फ्रॉम उत्तराखंड। दिस इज अ ट्रैक, चंद्रशिला ट्रैक है ये। सो बहुत दूर है ये, बहुत बेसिकली ऐसा नहीं है कि आप फ्लाइट पकड़ के सीधा पहुंचे और आप यहाँ पहुंच गए। तो ट्रैवल के साथ साथ यहाँ पे ट्रैक भी है, 6-7 घंटे आपको ट्रैक करना पड़ता है, अपना रक्सैक लेके, अपना सारा सामान लेके, कैमरा इक्विपमेंट लेके, तब आपको ऐसी ड्रामेटिक सी जगह देखने को मिलती हैं। और एक ही लाइफ टाइम एक्सपीरियंस होता है जो बहुत सारे लोग एक्सपीरियंस नहीं कर पाते, बिकॉज वो नॉर्मल कमर्शियलाइज टूरिस्ट प्लेस पे जाते हैं। सो मेरा एक ये पॉइंट है कि मैं जब भी ट्रैवल करूँ तो ऐसी जगह मैं ढूंढता हूँ जहाँ पे कुछ नया देखने को मिले, जहाँ पे लोग कम हो, सो दैट हम नेचर को ज़्यादा एंजॉय कर सकें। एंड दिस इज अर्ली मॉर्निंग शॉट एंड दिस इज अ पैनोरामिक शॉट। तो ये 4 जो पिक्चर्स हैं मैंने ये स्टिच करे हैं, बिकॉज मेरे पास एक ही लेंस था, इतना वाइड एंगल में एक लेंस से कवर नहीं कर सकता था। दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज अ पैनोरामिक शॉट।
Nice, nice. Okay.
Also in Himachal Pradesh, दिस इज अ जालोरी पास की, जस्ट न्यू ईयर की पिक्चर है ये। और इस टाइम मैं ट्रैवल कर रहा था बाय रोड। ये ट्रैक छोटा सा एक स्मॉल ट्रैक है, उसके ऊपर जाके ये पिक्चर कैप्चर किया है जस्ट सनसेट होने से 30 मिनट्स पहले। और ये जो पिक्चर है मैं स्पेसिफिकली बताना चाहूँगा, इतना ठंड में हर जगह पे स्नोफॉल था। मेरे पास जो कैमरा था वो था मीडियम फॉर्मेट Fujifilm GFX 50R। So this is one of my favorite camera for my landscape photography. कॉम्पैक्ट है राइट नाउ। इतना छोटा कॉम्पैक्ट कैमरा मार्केट में कोई ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगा जो इतनी अमेजिंग क्वालिटी निकाल के दे, डायनेमिक रेंज निकाल के दे, देन मैं बड़ा प्रिंट भी कर सकता हूँ, एंड देन क्लैरिटी भी बहुत मुझे इसमें अच्छी लगी। दिस इज GFX 50R। So this picture is by GFX 50R. Okay.
So Rohit, if you can I ask you a question here?
Please.
So
Yeah.
आप अगर पीछे जाएंगे एक फोटो में, जो आपने पैनोरामिक फोटो, नाउ दिस काइंड ऑफ अ सिचुएशन, जब आप एक जगह पे यहाँ पहुँचते हैं, आपने बताया बहुत ट्रैकिंग होता है, यू नो, अच्छा खासा वेट उठा के ट्रैक करना, आई एम श्योर, क्योंकि बेसिकली आप लोकेशन ही वो देखते हैं जहाँ पे ह्यूमन लोगों का जाना मुश्किल हो, गाड़ियाँ ना जा सके, इफ आई एम करेक्ट हियर, राइट। सो एक बहुत ही अजीब सी बात होती है फोटोग्राफर्स के अंदर कि कुछ लोग उस व्यू को अपनी नज़रों से भी देखते हैं और कुछ लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ कैमरा से देखते हैं। सो कैन यू प्लीज टेल मी, बिकॉज आप इतना नेचर के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं, सो व्हाट डू यू सजेस्ट हाउ टू गेट द यू नो, इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से हियर, how to get the perfect feel of the place that you have reached and then create a moment out of it, because I have seen a lot of like in the last 2 photos, like आपकी next photo जो है,
This one.
yes, so इसमें भी आपने बोला कि सनसेट के टाइम पे और एक सन का आपने कंट्रोलेबल, क्योंकि GFX आप यूज कर रहे हो, and then the white, especially getting details and the colors in the highlight maintenance in white, so
Right.
reaching at this time was planned or not planned, basically, first this also. So these are the 2 different questions that I want to ask you here.
राइट। सो ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस आ जाता है एक फोटोग्राफर में और एक ट्रैवलर में, एक टूरिस्ट में। टूरिस्ट प्लान थोड़ा सा कम करते हैं, बेसिकली जगह घूमना होता है। सो जनरली उनकी आइटनरी में होता है कि ओके सुबह 10 बजे उठो, आराम से आफ्टरनून में आप एक लोकेशन पे पहुंचो, आप घूम के फिर टाइमली वापस आ जाओ। बट एक जो फोटोग्राफर प्लान करता है, या अगर मैं अपना भी प्लान करूं, तो मैं पहले प्रॉपर रेकी करके जाता हूं कि यहाँ पे सनराइज इतने बजे होगा, सनसेट इतने बजे होगा, गोल्डन लाइट का सबसे या फिर वेंटेज पॉइंट क्या है, कि मुझे किस जगह से एक इंटरेस्टिंग पिक्चर्स मिल सकती हैं। तो ये मैं पहले प्री प्लानिंग करके लेके जाता हूँ जितना रिसर्च हो सके। दैट्स वाई, बिकॉज अगर हम इतना दूर ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, हम इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, इतना ट्रैक करके अपना पूरा फिजिकली टायर होके एक जगह पे पहुंच रहे हैं, तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि मुझे एक बेस्ट पिक्चर मिले। सो उसके लिए राइट लेंस, राइट इक्विपमेंट, राइट कैमरा, ट्राइपॉड की ज़रूरत है या नहीं है, फिल्टर्स की ज़रूरत है या नहीं है, कितनी देर लगेगी उस ट्रैक में, तो ये सारी प्लानिंग मैं प्रॉपर करता हूँ। दैट्स वाई मुझे एक नॉर्मल पिक्चर से ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग दिखती है लाइटिंग वाइज। सो पॉइंट है कि सबसे पहले ऑब्जर्वेशन भी बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप एक जगह पे पहुंचे तो आपको डायरेक्टली अपना कैमरा निकाल के क्लिक 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 नहीं करना है, आपको पहले ऑब्जर्व करना है 10, 15, 20 मिनट्स, देन आपको शुरू करना है कि ओके मुझे क्या कंपोज करना है, कैसे कंपोज करना है।
एग्जैक्टली, ओके ओके। और एक क्वेश्चन आया है रोहित यहाँ पर
जी जी।
आपकी पैनोरामिक फोटो पे कि पहले तो उन्होंने क्वेश्चन ये पूछा है कि क्या आपने पैनोरामिक फोटो ये कैमरा वर्टिकली स्टिच इनसाइड करी थी क्लिक, ऐसा कुछ, या फिर ऑल्दो आपने बताया मैनुअली स्टिच्ड है, बट कैन यू प्लीज अगेन वन मोर टाइम टेल एवरीवन?
राइट, सो जो ये क्वेश्चन है हेमलता जी का, ये इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है कि वर्टिकल शूट करा है पैनोरामा, सो बेसिकली मैंने कैमरा को ऐसे होल्ड किया है या फिर मैंने कैमरा को हॉरिजॉन्टल होल्ड किया है। सो आप बिल्कुल राइट हैं कमेंट में, मैंने जो कैमरा को वर्टिकली शूट किया है, वर्टिकली मैंने पैनोरामा को शूट किया। अब इसका रीजन क्या है, बिकॉज जब भी अगर आप हॉरिजॉन्टली कैमरा करते हैं पैनोरामा, आपका पैनोरामा बहुत ज्यादा लंबा हो जाता है, आपको स्काई और नीचे की डिटेल्स मिसिंग दिखाई देती है, बहुत ज्यादा डिटेलिंग नहीं आ पाती। तो अगर आपको एक नेचुरल लुकिंग पैनोरामा चाहिए, अगर आपका पैनोरामा बहुत लंबा हो गया, जैसे आप कहीं पे प्रिंट करते हैं, आप सोशल नेटवर्किंग साइट्स करते हैं, आप अपने HDTV पे देख, पतला सा बिल्कुल पट्टी की तरह आपका वो पैनोरामा दिखेगा। तो अगर आपको एक नेचुरल लुकिंग फोटो चाहिए जो ऐसा ना लगे कि पैनोरामा किया गया है, तो आप वर्टिकली शूट करें सो दैट आपको स्काई में और नीचे जमीन पे भी आपको प्रॉपर डिटेल दिखे, तब आप एक नेचुरल लुकिंग पैनोरामा कैप्चर कर सकते हैं।
ओके, यस। एक और क्वेश्चन है जो मैं यहाँ पे पूछना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि आप ट्रैवल शूट करते हैं, लैंडस्केप शूट करते हैं, सो सेम हेमलता सैनी जी का क्वेश्चन है कि आप कौन से फिल्टर्स यूज़ करते हैं या सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं लैंडस्केप एंड टाइप ऑफ फोटोग्राफी जो आप करते हैं उसके लिए?
ओके, सो क्विकली मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ। जनरली जो फिल्टर्स लैंडस्केप फोटोग्राफी में सबसे ज्यादा यूज होते हैं वो है 3 फिल्टर्स। वन इज पोलराइजिंग फिल्टर।
कैन आई जस्ट स्टॉप यू? ओके, आप ठीक है, तो ये इसी स्क्रीन पे आप पोलराइजिंग का भी बता सकते हैं कि क्या हमें फायदा होगा अगर हम इसमें पोलराइजिंग फिल्टर यूज करेंगे तो?
राइट, सो मैं इस पिक्चर से ज्यादा मैं इस पिक्चर में आप लोगों को बताता हूँ पोलराइजिंग फिल्टर का इफेक्ट। सो 3 टाइप के फिल्टर्स होते हैं, पोलराइजिंग फिल्टर, ND filter which is neutral density filter, and GND filter that means graduated neutral density filter. So पोलराइजिंग फिल्टर का काम होता है आपके लैंडस्केप में, आपके पिक्चर में कंट्रास्ट को इंक्रीज करना और रिफ्लेक्शन को कट करना। और कभी हम वाटरफॉल शूट करते हैं, हमें वाटरफॉल के नीचे के स्टोन्स नजर नहीं आते, सो अगर आप वहाँ पे पोलराइजर लगाएंगे वो रिफ्लेक्शन को कट कर देगा, आपके कंट्रास्ट को इंक्रीज कर देगा, आपके अगर आप लैंडस्केप शूट कर रहे हैं तो वो आपके स्काई को और ब्लू कर देगा। सेकेंड आया ग्रेजुएटेड न्यूट्रल डेंसिटी फिल्टर। ये कब आप यूज करते हैं, जब आप अगेंस्ट द लाइट शूट कर रहे हैं, स्काई में देख, फॉर एग्जांपल इन दिस काइंड ऑफ पिक्चर मैं बिल्कुल सामने से शूट कर रहा हूँ, तो या तो मैं नीचे का डिटेल कैप्चर कर लूँ कैमरा से या ऊपर का डिटेल कैप्चर कर लूँ। हमारी आइज का डायनेमिक रेंज बहुत अच्छा होता है, बट किसी भी कैमरा का डायनेमिक रेंज इतना अच्छा नहीं होता, सारी चीजें सेम डिटेल्स में देख लें। तो दैट्स व्हाई ग्रेजुएटेड न्यूट्रल डेंसिटी फिल्टर काम आता है, जहाँ पे आप वो बेसिकली ऊपर से डार्क होता है और नीचे की तरफ वो लाइट होते होते ट्रांसपेरेंट हो जाता है। उस केस में आपको स्काई में भी डिटेल मिल जाती है और नीचे शैडो एरियाज में भी डिटेल मिल जाती है। एंड थर्ड इज न्यूट्रल डेंसिटी फिल्टर। उससे आप लाइट कट करके आप जैसे अगर आपको मोशन ब्लर दिखाना है ज्यादा तो आप दिखा सकते हैं अपनी लैंडस्केप में, जैसे क्लाउड का मूवमेंट दिखाना है, वाटरफॉल का ब्लरी मिल्की पिक्चर दिखाना है आपको, उसके लिए न्यूट्रल डेंसिटी फिल्टर्स काम आते हैं। तो ये 3 फिल्टर्स हैं जो बेसिकली यूज होते हैं।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच रोहित। सो कोई और फोटो जो आप हमें और दिखाना चाहते हैं?
ओके, तो मैं क्विकली आगे फोटोज की तरफ बढ़ता हूँ। सो दिस इज आल्सो फ्रॉम हिमाचल प्रदेश, लाहौल स्पीति एरिया। सो दिस इज अ डे पिक्चर जो आपको लेफ्ट साइड में पिक्चर दिख रहा है। दिस इज अ डे पिक्चर 14,500 फीट के एल्टीट्यूड पे, एंड राइट साइड में इसी का नाइट स्केप कि रात को जब गैलेक्सी नजर आती है तब कैसे शूट करनी है। तो ये दो एक इंटरेस्टिंग पिक्चर्स हो सकती हैं। टेक्निकल वाइज अगर कोई एस्ट्रो फोटोग्राफी में इंटरेस्ट लगता है तो वो सीख सकता है कि इस टाइप की फोटोग्राफी कैसे करते हैं। ओके,
एक क्वेश्चन मेरा यहाँ पर रोहित है, यहाँ पर एस्ट्रो फोटोग्राफी में अक्सर हमें आधी रात को रात के 2 बजे, सुबह के 4 बजे या 3 बजे एज पर द कैलकुलेशन बाहर रहना पड़ता है। नाउ यू आर सेइंग कि 14,000 के फीट के ऑल्टीट्यूड पे आई एम श्योर जो रात को ठंड लगती है। हाउ डू यू मैनेज ऑल दीज थिंग्स रोहित?
ओके, सो ये बड़ी टफ सी सिचुएशन है। मैं आपको 1-2 पिक्चर्स आगे क्विकली और दिखाऊंगा जिसमें जो लिविंग कंडीशंस है वहाँ की, कि आपको उसमें आइडिया लगेगा कि कितना स्नो है। सो बेसिकली बहुत ज़्यादा कवर करके रहना पड़ता है, सब जीरो टेम्परेचर होता है, इवन माइनस में टेम्परेचर होता है। तो आपको अपनी बैटरीज भी बचा के रखनी पड़ती है, इक्विपमेंट का भी ध्यान रखना पड़ता है, बिकॉज माइनस टेम्परेचर में बैटरीज बहुत जल्दी कंज्यूम हो जाती हैं। और इवन तो अगर आप भी पूरा कवर अप करके नहीं रहेंगे, आपके पास बेसिक चीज़ें नहीं होंगे कैमरा इक्विपमेंट के अलावा, जैसे टॉर्च हो गया, गुड क्वालिटी शूज़ हो गए जिससे आपकी ग्रिप बने अंधेरे में, इस टाइप की चीज़ें, या फिर एक नाइफ हो गया जो आपके काम आता है इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन में। तो ये सारी चीज़ें अगर आप थोड़ा सा प्लान करके अपने पास एक किट बना के रखेंगे तो आप मैनेज कर सकते हैं इस टाइप का ठंड में शूट करना।
ओके ओके।
सो नेक्स्ट पिक्चर की तरफ बढ़ता हूँ मैं। सो ये जस्ट 2 पोर्ट्रेट्स हैं माउंटेन्स के अलावा। मुझे थोड़ा सा पोर्ट्रेट्स और ट्रैवल से रिलेटेड पिक्चर्स भी शूट करना पसंद है। सो दिस फर्स्ट वन पिक्चर इज फ्रॉम हिमाचल प्रदेश किन्नौर वैली एंड सेकंड इज फ्रॉम वाराणसी। तो ये वाराणसी का सेम पिक्चर, अभी जब हम बात करते हैं तो ये सेम पिक्चर मैंने XT200 कैमरा से बनाया। इसका हम कंटेंट शूट कर रहे थे और एकदम से एक इंटरेस्टिंग सा मोमेंट हुआ सामने कि पीछे पूरा हिंदू रिलीजन और आगे बड़ा वाइब्रेंसी और एक कनेक्शन सा मुझे दिखा। और ये कैप्चर करने का एक रीज़न था बिकॉज इसके पीछे स्टोरी थी, और मैं रेडी था बिकॉज मेरे हाथ में एक कैमरा था जो जिसकी सेटिंग्स वगैरह मैंने ऑलरेडी सेट कर दी फोटोग्राफी के हिसाब से। ओके सो आई एम ऑलमोस्ट डन। आपको
it says a lot of your last photo, it says a lot of different rules. In fact, जो दोनों फोटो आपने सेलेक्ट करी है, it's brilliant, it's very nice.
राइट, थैंक यू सो मच। सो दिस थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट कल्चर दिख रहा है, जैसे लेफ्ट साइड में माउंटेन पे लोग कैसे रहते हैं, किस टाइप का आउटफिट होता है, या एक ये जो फ्लावर जो पर्सन ने अपने कैप के ऊपर जो फ्लावर लगा रखा है उसका भी एक अलग सिग्निफिकेंस है। कोई एक अलग एरिया में ये लोग यूज करते हैं। सो बहुत अलग अलग स्टोरीज हैं इनके पीछे, जो मैंने बड़ा रिसर्च किया कि ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसे आउटफिट इनके क्यों।
Exactly, मैंने भी पढ़ा है कि even in fact the ladies over there, if they are married तो उनको कुछ अलग से एक अटायर पहनना पड़ता है, और if they are single तो उनको अलग अटायर पहनना पड़ता है, something like this, right?
राइट, बिल्कुल। सो यही है एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात है कि आप एक नॉर्मल फोटो के अलावा आप कुछ नया सीख रहे हैं, आप कुछ नया एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं जिसमें फोटोग्राफी लोग एंजॉय करते हैं।
Great.
ओके सो दिस इज माय लास्ट पिक्चर, और उसके बाद में क्विकली 2 पिक्चर आपको दिखाऊंगा बिहाइंड। तो दिस इज फ्रॉम जामा मस्जिद। दिस पिक्चर इज आल्सो बाय GFX 50R। तो एक ऐसा कैमरा है, मुझे हमेशा पसंद है इसको बैग में लेके एक लेंस के साथ घूमना। तो चाहे वो मैं नाइट फोटोग्राफी कर रहा हूँ, चाहे ब्राइट लाइट में कर रहा हूँ, मुझे कभी ऐसा कुछ लगा नहीं कि मुझे क्वालिटी लॉस या ISO का इशू या ऐसी कोई भी चीज़। तो दिस इज आल्सो सिलुएट फ्रॉम जामा मस्जिद लास्ट ईयर।
It's a beautiful colors that you have captured, and correctly, I mean, I
Right.
must say this right timing.
बिल्कुल। और सौरभ, एक और इंटरेस्टिंग है कि ये JPEG पिक्चर है, रॉ पिक्चर भी नहीं है कि मैंने इसमें कुछ प्रोसेसिंग किया हो। ये एक बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट है। आई थिंक आपने भी फील किया होगा कि जो कलर क्वालिटी निकल के आती है, आपको जरूरत ही नहीं लगती कि आपको टचअप करने का।
Oh, absolutely yes. मैं बहुत टाइम बचाता हूँ आजकल अपना JPEGs के साथ।
तो ये है कि नेचुरल कलर्स आपको चाहिए तो ऑफ कोर्स आप Fujifilm ट्राई कर सकते हो कैमरास। मैं एक्सपेंसिव कैमरा की बात नहीं कर रहा, आप बेसिक कैमरा भी देखोगे तो आपको लगेगा कि इतने नेचुरल कलर कैसे आ सकते हैं कैमरा से।
Okay. So before you go forward, let me just quickly tell everyone that today's session is a tribute to all the photographer fraternity that we have, the photographer family that we have, and wishing everyone happy World Photography Day. ये जो सेशन चल रहा है, एक क्विक चिट चैट चल रहा है। सो आपके पास कोई भी सवाल हो रिगार्डिंग द फोटोज या कोई जनरल फोटोग्राफी रिलेटेड सवाल, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम, आप पूछ सकते हैं कमेंट सेक्शन में। एंड अभी हम लोग रोहित अल्लखा जी से बात कर रहे हैं और उनकी कुछ फोटोज हमने देखी। सो अगर आपके पास कुछ सवाल हो, फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 minutes वो हमारे साथ होंगे, एंड देन वील हैव अनदर पर्सन इन दिस पैनल। यस रोहित, प्लीज।
यस, सो जितने भी फोटोग्राफर्स हैं आप एंजॉय कीजिए, आप फोटोज देखिए, आपको कुछ हो सकता है मे भी कुछ नया सीखने को मिले। तो टेक्निकल से ज़्यादा है फोटोग्राफी को एंजॉय करना, वो पहला पार्ट आता है। सो मैं अब नेक्स्ट ये लास्ट की मैं 2 पिक्चर्स आप लोगों को दिखा देता हूँ। सो जब मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, सो ये मेरा ऑफिस स्पेस होता है, यहाँ पे मैं बैठ के पिक्चर्स सेलेक्ट करता हूँ, सॉर्ट करता हूँ। तो मेरे साथ हमेशा टेंट होता है, अपना कैंपिंग इक्विपमेंट होता है, टेंट के अलावा बाकी सारी चीज़ें भी, स्लीपिंग बैग्स हो गए। सो एक पूरा मेरा किट रेडी रहता है। तो इस टाइम पे ये एक जो लगेज वाली बात है, मुझे शुरू में काफ़ी ये फ़ील हुआ कि जितना ज़्यादा मेरा इक्विपमेंट हैवी होता है, मुझे बड़ा स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है इतने हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे ट्रैक करने में। तो उसके बाद मैंने ये डिसाइड किया कि ओके, मुझे एक लाइट वेट कैमरा की ज़रूरत है, बहुत लाइट वेट, जो मेरी ट्रैकिंग में मेरा बहुत बहुत हेल्प करे। तो उस टाइम पे मैंने स्विच किया, स्विच नहीं, बेसिकली GFX50R मेरा पसंदीदा कैमरा है, तो मैं उसे मेजरली यूज़ करता हूँ। बट जब मुझे ट्रैक पे जाना होता है, मुझे लाइट वेट रहना होता है, तब मैं XT30 प्रेफर करता हूँ, बिकॉज हाफ KG 600-700 ग्राम का ये कैमरा है। तो मुझे बड़ा सूट करता है कि लाइट वेट है और मुझे सारा इक्विपमेंट, बहुत हैवी इक्विपमेंट नहीं कैरी करना पड़ता। तो ये एक बड़ा पॉइंट है मिररलेस कैमरास का।
ओके,
तो ये डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन है अलग अलग। या
सो आई मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन है और एक क्वेश्चन मैं एक दो क्वेश्चन मैं लेने वाला हूँ यहाँ पे ऑडियंस से। सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू इफ यू कैन जस्ट टर्न ऑफ द स्क्रीन शेयरिंग सो दैट हम लोग आपको
ओके
देख सके।
ओके ओके या
यस रोहित। सो रोहित, मेरा सवाल ये है कि आपने जो लोकेशंस दिखाई, एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दीज ट्रैक एंड ऑल दीज प्लेसेस जो आप विजिट करते हो, इतना ट्रैक करके जाते हो, द रीजन of your fitness I think is all your travel only and the photography that you do. So my question is, since you go to all these remote locations and probably जाने में शायद एक दो दिन, पहुंचने में एक दो दिन लगते होंगे and आने में भी टाइम लगता होगा, so how do you manage all the power setup for your phone or for your cameras and all these things?
ओके, सो ये भी बड़ा एक इंटरेस्टिंग का क्वेश्चन है। स्पेसिफिकली अगर
एंड
आप
मेरा
ऐसे
सेकंड सवाल ये है, क्योंकि आप इसमें ऐड कर सकते हो, ये मर्जिंग ही है। सेकंड सवाल आई एम टेकिंग फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस हियर। सो हेमलता सैनी इज आस्किंग कि आप कुछ टिप्स दे दीजिए रिगार्डिंग द टूल्स, रिगार्डिंग द आउटफिट, जब ऐसे किसी जीरो टेम्परेचर टाइप लोकेशन में या माइनस टेम्परेचर टाइप लोकेशन में ट्रैवल करना हो एक फोटोग्राफर को।
ओके ओके, सो जो एक तो हो गया ट्रैवल लिस्ट, और पहला क्वेश्चन था आपका आप पावर को कैसे मैनेज करते हैं चीज़ें। तो ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है। जब हम 4 दिन 5 दिन के ट्रैक पे जाते हैं, हमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का कोई फैसिलिटी नहीं मिलता है। सो एक और रीज़न ये भी है मिररलेस कैमरास पे आने का कि मेरे जितने कैमरास हैं, मैं जो भी कैमरा कैरी करता हूँ, ये कैमरास पावर बैंक से चार्ज हो जाते हैं। सो मैं एक 2 बैटरीज में अपने कैमरा के साथ कैरी करता हूँ, दैट्स इट। बट साथ में मैं एक अच्छा पावर बैंक, एक गुड कैपेसिटी पावर बैंक कैरी करता हूँ, जिससे मेरा मोबाइल भी चार्ज हो जाता है और मेरा कैमरा भी चार्ज हो जाता है। तो मैं बिल्कुल सॉर्टेड हूँ। मुझे 5 दिन 6 दिन बैकअप की ज़रूरत नहीं है। अगर मैं पहाड़ों पे गया हूँ, मुझे फ़ोन में सिग्नल नहीं चाहिए, मैं एंजॉय करना चाहता हूँ फोटोग्राफी, बस मुझे अपने कैमरा में बैटरी चाहिए। तो दैट्स वाई एक पावर बैंक हो, एक छोटा सा कॉम्पैक्ट सा कैमरा हो, 5 दिन 6 दिन आप अच्छे से एंजॉय कर सकते हो बिना बैटरी की चिंता करें। एंड देन दूसरा पार्ट आया,
and a quick checklist, quick gear list if you can share with everyone. So yes,
जब भी आप सब जीरो टेम्परेचर में जाएं, जैसा कमेंट में भी पूछा हुआ है, इतने एक्सट्रीम टेम्परेचर में जाना, तो आपके पास बेसिक चीजें कुछ बेसिक हैं, जैसे शूज, गुड क्वालिटी शूज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। वाटर प्रूफ शूज हो तो और भी अच्छा है, कभी भी बारिश आ जाती है पहाड़ में, अगर आप स्नो में चल रहे हैं, अगर एक बार के लिए आपका जो वाटर वो शूज के अंदर आ गया, आप बहुत परेशान हो जाएंगे, वो जूते आपके बिल्कुल ड्राई नहीं होंगे। सो गुड क्वालिटी वाटर प्रूफ शूज ट्रैकिंग के लिए कोलंबिया, सोलोमन, काफ़ी सारे अच्छे ब्रांड्स हैं जो ट्राई कर सकते हैं। देन एक रक्सैक आपके पास अच्छा होना चाहिए, रक्सैक भी विद वाटर प्रूफ एंड रेन कवर भी आपके पास होना चाहिए, जिसमें आपकी सारी बेसिक नेसेसिटीज आ जाए। तो रेन कवर इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट। देन एक अच्छा स्लीपिंग बैग होना चाहिए आपके पास, बिकॉज हर जगह जहाँ ट्रैवल करते हैं वहाँ रहने की फैसिलिटीज़, कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आप स्ट्रगल करते हैं, आप कंफर्टेबली नहीं सो पाते हैं, रात को रेस्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो वहाँ पे एक अच्छा स्लीपिंग बैग। देन सेम विद जैकेट्स एंड आपका ट्राउज़र, आपके जो ट्राउज़र हैं, जो शर्ट है, वो क्विक ड्राई होना चाहिए। क्विक ड्राई का मतलब नॉर्मल कॉटन की शर्ट आप अवॉइड कीजिए पहाड़ों में, अगर बारिश वाला एरिया है तो। क्विक ड्राई काफ़ी सारे प्रोडक्ट्स आते हैं, जैसे डीकैथलॉन है, बाकी ब्रांड्स भी, जो अगर एक बार भीग भी जाते हैं तो वो जल्दी से ड्राई हो जाते हैं। और जैकेट्स का भी सेम, अगर आप मार्केट में जाएंगे, अलग अलग आपको जैकेट्स मिलेंगी, वार्म जैकेट, जो उस पर आप स्पेसिफिकेशन देखेंगे, एक जैकेट होती है -10 डिग्रीज के लिए, एक होती है -5, एक -30। तो उसी हिसाब से आप अपना इक्विपमेंट डिसाइड कीजिए। बट और मेन प्रायोरिटी, जो भी फाइनल इक्विपमेंट है एज पॉसिबल आपका होना चाहिए। और एक मेन चीज, आपके पास एक वाटरप्रूफ पाउच होना चाहिए जिसमें आप हमेशा एक कुछ भी ऐसा रख सकें, आपके इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स हो गए या आपका कैमरा हो गया, कि वो सब कवर कर दे तो आप सेफ हैं। आप भीग रहे हैं बट आपका इक्विपमेंट, आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स, एवरीथिंग इज सेफ। तो ये मेरा क्विक टिप रहेगा।
So that's a beautiful quick tip. A lot of has been covered, Rohit, and thank you so much. I'm sure जिन लोगों को जो भी सवाल था about the gear and all, in fact, thank you so much for telling me also that a lot.
जस्ट एक लास्ट पिक्चर जो रह गया था, जो लोग कैमरास का देखना चाहेंगे कि टेम्परेचर किस टाइप के टेम्परेचर में कैमरास भी चल रहे हैं। बेसिकली टेम्परेचर में कैमरास चलते नहीं हैं इतने एक्सट्रीम टेम्परेचर में। सो दीज पिक्चर्स आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट ट्रैक्स, -15 -16 डिग्री टेम्परेचर। तो मेरा जो फेवरेट कैमरा है GFX50R, वो लेफ्ट में आपको दिख रहा होगा, बिल्कुल स्नो में है। या XT200 कैमरा जो एक अभी नया रिसेंटली लॉन्च हुआ है, या XT30। और ये बकेट भी आप लोगों को मैंने रेफरेंस के लिए डाली है, आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि कितना ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम टेम्परेचर होता है सिचुएशंस में। बकेट पूरी जम चुकी है और उस टाइम पे आपको अपनी फोटोज भी बनानी है, अपना ध्यान भी रखना है। सो ये था छोटा सा। थैंक यू सौरभ।
Yeah, so be there, be there. I'll just quickly ask you one more question, and then we'll head to Abhishek. So no, आप अपना screen sharing off कर सकते हैं, and then please come on. Okay, so Rohit, there's one thing that I have taken from your photos, that जितने भी wow photos हम देखते हैं, all those beautiful mountains and beautiful snowfalls and all these places, sunrises and sunsets. So that cannot be achieved very easily. आपको बहुत rigorous training करनी पड़ती है, बहुत चीज़ें, बहुत जगहों पे जाके पहुँच के आपको you have to make all these photos that you have been doing. And thank you so much for such wonderful images and sharing your experience and a lot of quick tips regarding the technical gear for yourself when you're going to a location like this. डेफिनेटली हम कैमरा के लिए गेयर लेते हैं, हम अच्छा बैग लेते हैं, हम अच्छा कवर लेते हैं, हम अच्छी बेल्ट लेते हैं या अच्छा मेमोरी कार्ड लेते हैं। सो अपने लिए भी, like you said, that waterproofing shoes and quick dry clothes and all these things are very important if you want to be if you want to do adventure and if you want to shoot there. That's what I will take. So before signing off from your side, I mean, so one message that you want to give to all the photographers. It can be regarding the pandemic, or it can be anything that you want to give.
ओके सो मैं फोटोग्राफर्स को एक चीज बताना चाहूंगा जो मैंने खुद भी फील करी, कि जब तक मैंने फोटोग्राफी शुरू नहीं करी थी, मुझे ये बड़ा एक फैंसी सा प्रोफेशन लगता था, जो सबको लगता है कि ओके फोटोग्राफर्स बड़ा फैंसी जगह पे ट्रैवल करते हैं, कि सुंदर सुंदर फोटोज इनको एक्सप्लोर करने को मिलता है। तो ऐसा नहीं है। आपको पिक्चर्स से आइडिया हो गया होगा कि फोटोग्राफी में आपको बहुत ज्यादा पहले मेहनत भी करनी पड़ती है, तब आपको सक्सेस जरूर मिलेगी। सो शॉर्टकट नहीं है फोटोग्राफी में कोई भी सक्सेस का। आप पैशनेट हैं, आप हार्ड वर्किंग हैं, तो आपको बिल्कुल, आप जिस फील्ड में भी हैं, चाहे आप ट्रैवल हैं, चाहे आप कमर्शियल फोटोग्राफी कर रहे हैं, आपको सक्सेस जरूर मिलेगा। बस बेसिकली आपको कोई भी स्टेप अपना छोड़ना नहीं है। आपको लिफ्ट से नहीं जाना, आपको स्टेयर से जाना है, देन यू विल अचीव। यस, ये मेरा मैसेज था। थैंक यू।
Very well said. And can you please tell all of us about your Instagram handle, so जिन लोगों को आपको फॉलो करना है, they can definitely visit your profile.
ओके सो मेरा जो इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल है वो है फोटोज वॉन्डरर, PHOTOSWANDERER। यहाँ पे आप मुझे फॉलो कर सकते हैं। इवन इन फ्यूचर आपके कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हैं related to travel or related to some camera equipment, I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Rohit, for joining us here on this very special day, that is the World Photography Day, and wishing you a very happy World Photography Day. May you keep clicking a lot of images and share a lot of work and keep inspiring all of us like this. Thank you so much. And now I would like to invite Abhishek on the panel here. So before मैं अभिषेक को यहाँ पे invite करूँ, I want to play a video again. So जैसा आपने रोहित का वीडियो देखा था XT200 का इन बनारस, वो वीडियो के पीछे जो है कैमरा पर्सन, वो है अभिषेक. So अभिषेक को invite करने से पहले let me play that video for you, and we will have a lot of questions with Abhishek as well. Okay, so right now I'll play a video for you of XT200 behind the scenes. Just a second. Okay, so that was the behind the scene video of XT200 जो रोहित अल्लका जी के पहले आपको मैंने प्ले किया था. Now I would like to invite Abhishek on the panel. And Abhishek, are you there?
Yes. Sort
Okay.
of like
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much, Abhishek. There I can see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And to you also, happy World Photography Day. And thank you so much for giving us time. And please, after you. Yeah. Can you
yes.
hear me, Abhishek?
Can you hear me? Please let me know.
Abhishek, can you hear me out?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay. So Abhishek, कुछ सवाल हैं and couple of personal questions that I'd like to ask you here. Definitely something similar what I've asked Rohit. Again, what made you enter into this photography industry और कैमरा कैसे पसंद आया, कैमरा कब उठाया, and couple of more things that I want to ask you about the video also that you have just that I've just shared to everyone. So about the BTS video, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and about your personal journey, about your journey towards the cameras and photography industry.
Yes. पहले तो for everyone who's joined, happy World Photography Day to you. And photography is similar to our brain and eyes, which we usually see. मगर अगर उसको capture करके रखना है तो camera is the only way we can do it. So I think memories are the main thing which we do for photography means memory for me. So आपने पूछा कि मैंने photography कैसे if I talk about how I started photography, I was an animation student. Animation मतलब मैं पूरा I wanted to get into animation and directing the entire movie in animation because from kids I was fascinated with the cartoons and anime and manga series, all those things. So इसी from animation there was a lot of software, आपको पता ही है, Photoshop and Lightroom, all those stuff. We started editing from basic. So then I got into photography because that was something which was interesting to me. My first company as an editor exposed me to photography. So I started shooting from my friend's camera, and then I think it's the same story as everyone that once you start shooting, it's very hard to let go of the camera.
Correct.
So started from then, and it's been 9-10 years that I'm shooting, and it's been a wonderful journey.
Oh, beautiful. So from animation to photography, and as far as I know, from photography to videos. So this is your journey, and today we'll be talking about this journey only. So before going forward, about the XT200 shot, the behind the scenes video that you shot, the entire series, and also I remember हम लोगों ने last year एक XT100 का भी film बनाया था. We were together traveling Hyderabad. So please tell me more about. First of all, let me tell everyone, Abhishek is from Bangalore, and Abhishek is live from Bangalore right now. So Abhishek, whenever you travel to northern part of the country, that is, let's say to Delhi or to interiors like Banaras, what do you feel and what challenges do you face? Because आप बहुत अच्छी हिंदी बोलते हो, लेकिन still कितनी बार I know के challenges होते हैं. So what other challenges can you tell us about, and especially about the Banaras thing because it's very recent that you have done.
Yes. So first of all, I would like to add that it's for me anywhere outside Karnataka feels like a foreign country because here in South India, it's every state has their own individual languages, and we are comfortable in that particular thing and the way we behave and everything in around. So apart from other states, I've been to international Southeast Asian countries where I do solo backpacking for foreign trips, and I take a 10 days leave from companies and go at December. So for me, visiting North India or visiting other foreign countries is a way to explore different cultures and different types of people, to meet new. I think that's where I'm like very fascinated by it. So if I talk about Banaras especially, when we discussed among team where to shoot XT200 for India, Banaras is where you have that touristy place, but cultural, and there is a lot of colors and there's a lot of things which we can implement in our cameras while showcasing that particular features. So Banaras, when I visited first time, it was a beautiful experience because the people who are there are warm and welcoming, and the places, it's beautiful because it's one of the oldest city. I think it has inherited those heritages, and in the modern culture also it's implemented. So I think that's beautiful to see. And yeah, so when we talk about Banaras, I have a few also while showing. I'll show about Holi and all those things. I think Rohit also mentioned Dev Deepavali and Holi. It's very nice to see and experience this particular event. So if I talk about this particular behind the scene video, when we shoot, I think you also experienced an XT100 when we shot in Rishikesh,
Yeah.
and XT100 we shot in Banaras. It's so much fun because we get to meet a lot of people, and we do not have certain plan because our like हमारा budget नहीं होता कि रेकी करें उसके बाद select करें places को. We just take our cameras, go ahead and shoot in the impulse. So that is where I think it was much fun. I think you also know to shoot like that with impulse. It's so much fun.
Yeah. As Rohit also mentioned, especially when you go to places, आप locations पहुँचते हो, and I still remember the waterfall, particular moment that we shot for XT100, and वो पूरा सामान लेके वो छोटा ट्रैक करना, and Rohit went up very fast because he has been doing it, and we both of us were like way behind. So before going forward, before I ask you to show your images, please tell us what kind of work, what kind of images do you like to make, do you like to click, and what kind of videos also you want to, make, or
Yes.
you are making currently.
So right now, the way it's been is, it started with photography, but I'm deeply rooted to cinema and movies because I'm from a theater background. The movies and cinema, the art which excites me, the movies and cinema. So photography and cinema is very closely related because cinema is nothing but a moving picture. So it's like 24 images in 1 second. So it's very close to it, and cinema always attracted me. So this particular video making is one thing much easier for me because in mirrorless cameras or DSLR cameras we have video inbuilt in that as a feature. Especially in mirrorless cameras, if I talk about videos, it is so smooth and it's so easy to shoot. Any non-cinematographer can shoot a video which is very good and make it a output out of it. So there is a lot of direction part of it and the aesthetics part, but apart from that, if you look at the video, it will be quite nice to watch. So cinematography is what I think the future or many people would appreciate in mirrorless cameras because autofocus is faster, the camera is lighter weight, and it's much easier to shoot. If you've seen that behind the scene video, I've used a lot of shots with XT30 and a small gimbal. Before I talk about that situation to shoot, few years back, at least I need to have a 5 kilo to 10 kilos of gimbal with the camera, and of course, so it's a very hectic job. Output in 5 days continuously for 8 to 10 hours, it's very difficult. So with mirrorless cameras and gimbal, I think it's much easier to shoot. I'm exploring in that where we can make small clips for people to know and see how it works out.
Correct.
So yeah, I still believe cinematography has a lot of potential in this situation scenario. Like I am pretty sure you also know that because you are into cinematography background and you're also making a lot of videos.
Yeah,
So
I remember my old days of holding the cameras with all those weights, glide cams, and फिर वो double gimbals, and I remember 15 मिनट बाद जो आपका हैंड शेक हो रहा होता है वीडियोस में, that वो मोटर compensate करती है, but it is happening. So yes, thanks to mirrorless technology, it's much lighter weight. You very well mentioned correctly here. Uh, Other than videos, what kind of photos you click? क्या
Yeah.
पसंद है आपको? And after that, if you want to show any work that you have, please.
So for me, again, it's very related to culture. And when I go on international trips, it's more of a back. So for me, necessarily a heavy gear with the DSLRs, it's very difficult. I like to shoot
Abhishek,
people.
I think you're audible, but there is some. Yeah, I've got you back. Okay.
Yes, sorry about that. Maybe network issues. Okay. So if I love when I shoot people, and it's so much emotions captured in that particular moment. It's people, culture, and I think to explore new places is what I would like to shoot. I think in images and videos also you can see that.
Yes.
I show some images. It's mixed India and some Southeast Asian countries. So especially I like shooting in smaller cameras. I'll talk about which cameras I'm talking about.
So from India travel, let's go international now. From
Yeah, but
global
I'm
to
mix of both, so it's
yes,
nice.
yes. Please.
One second.
So for everyone today, it's the World Photography Day, and Fujifilm India wishes all of you guys happy World Photography Day. Keep clicking pictures, keep sharing your images, your work. Keep tagging Fujifilm India. The Instagram account is Fujifilm X India, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel to get all updates of the upcoming workshops or live webinars that we have, as well as what we currently have in the channel. Please go and check out all the videos, all the international workshops, and other live sessions that we have been conducting in this pandemic situation. So, wishing you happy World Photography Day, and we are in talking right now with Abhishek, who is based out in Bangalore. Let's see
So
Let's see what Abhishek has got for us. Yes, Abhishek.
can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So the particular shot was in Srinagar. I think you can clearly see the Dal Lake. I wanted to show with the wider perspective, then move into people photography. In this situation, I carry X100F. X100 series is one of my best cameras. It's almost like a love in that particular camera because 23 mm, which is 35 mm angle of view, which I love to shoot. And in this particular situation, I had, because 35 mm is not wide enough, I had to shoot 3 images and combine it one, so it's like a panorama images and stitched in later post.
Okay. Great.
So this particular thing again, we were in Hyderabad. I think we were going for exhibition. I think you were also there, part me, Rohit, and everyone was there. We're trying out new different cameras of GFX, and in this particular situation, I wanted to show how this particular salesman is flying a small toy helicopter, and behind the Hyderabad, I think it's everyone knows that Charminar. So I just wanted to show the particular event. So this again, we go to international. It's everyone knows this particular place. It's Cambodia, and we were shooting around morning 4-5 o'clock. I guess.
Abhishek, I think we missed your audio about the place name.
This is Cambodia.
Okay.
Everyone knows this place because it's the only Hindu temple there, and like the largest Hindu temple in foreign country. And this particular situation shot morning around 4 or 5 o'clock. You can still see the stars. This was shot in X100F again. Because I have a limitation and X100F has the 35 angle of view, I had to go back and I got wonderful reflection there as well. You can see the stars. That is the wonders of this particular small camera. Even if you're shooting for 30 long second exposure and at that low light, there's very little noise and the grains which adds to that image. So that is one of the good points of this particular camera.
In fact, Abhishek, I also want to mention this point here.
Yes.
That I too like to use X100F, as you correctly mentioned. It's a very it's the X100V, which is new. But as you correctly mentioned, it is a very small camera. Even if I'm shooting with 2 bodies, So I will not take a 35 mm focal length क्योंकि मेरे पास में वो मेरी छोटी कैमरा जैकेट की पॉकेट में वो X100 रखा हुआ है with a 35 mm f2. So it's a beautiful product and with a leaf shutter definitely if you're shooting with external light, if you want to plan something professional, you can do that as well.
Yes, so that's an all-rounder camera. I'll talk about that camera a little more. I don't want to be like more of a technical guy, but X100F, one of the main features which I love is, of course, it's small. I use a lot of in my traveling a fanny pack we call. So because I'm a backpacker, I don't want to carry a lot of luggages. In my one backpack, there is all the clothes and other stuff I carry for international trips, and in my local trips as well. That particular bag will be in the locker in hostels, and I carry this small fanny pack where my money, cameras, everything will be there. It's a small pack where I can tie it around my tummy. So it's this particular situation. If I talk about, it's so much crowded in this Holi. I'm not sure. Like many people have visited there in Varanasi and Vrindavan. This is almost like a madness. So to capture this particular situation, I think small cameras helps us a lot. If I have to go down and shoot like this, if I have a big DSLR, it's a very cumbersome job. And in this situation, see the madness which is going on. Like people will thrash you, or like in the metal songs, we like mob mentality. That particular thing will happen in here, and yeah, the mosh usually happens here. And yeah, it was a beautiful experience, and because I have a smaller camera, it was easier to shoot.
Yeah. Yes. So I have a question. I have a question later on that you can answer here.
Yeah, for this particular.
After watching your Holi images, आप कौन सा cleaning kit और कैसे clean करते हो कैमरा? Please बताओ.
Yes, definitely. Because see, that's a major important thing is when I'm using X100 series, because it's a single mount lens, there is no interchangeable. मुझे sensor clean करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. I just have to clean outside with a blow this thing, and normal brushing will do for that particular camera. So yeah, obviously protective gear will be there, but not much of cleaning for sensor and all. No tension, because that particular lens is mounted, and I have two adapters if I want to shoot wide and portrait. So this particular shot was done with 50 mm mount adapter on X100F. So in this situation, again, it's a low light photography. If I talk about, it's very late night in Vietnam. The colors were so good because of the car light and the street light. It's beautiful street images because in that low light also I could not get color noise. Only grains is visible, which is again, it's beautiful when you print it.
Is this a JPEG? आप JPEG खींचते हैं, RAW खींचते हैं?
Mine will be JPEG plus RAW, but most of the JPEG which is from Fujifilm cameras are like beautiful. You don't need to edit that at all. JPEG images which is straight out of the camera, only camera company which you can use is from Fujifilm, because JPEGs with the film simulation are beautiful.
You know why I asked this question? Because आपकी फोटो में दो LED के colors light throw हो रही है, and there is no merging. The proper separation is there.
Yeah.
So that was the reason. Even if you're using JPEG, that is what you're able to achieve. That saves a lot of time, in fact, Abhishek. I mean, आज के टाइम पे अगर मैं X-T4 की बात करूँ तो वो मेरी एक फाइल रॉ फाइल अगर मैं शूट करने जाऊँ तो will make somewhere around 55-60 MBs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, this is one of the Theyyam festival in Kerala. So early morning around 3 or 4, I think, somewhere around that. It's just about to take a thing. It's almost like a blue hour. I think it's about 4 or 5 o'clock. So you can see a wonderful result. For me, again, if I talk about the situation, not about the camera, we went there without knowing what is the festival timings anywhere. Like this particular town in Kerala, where it's very inside. It's not like it's a city. We took a bus, we took auto, and we took someone else's hitchhike to this place. And this was a house nearby, and these people are from that particular area. It's not like a grand function for them, but it's a home tradition which happens. So we didn't know it happens very late night, and those people gave us shelter, food, and everything. This is the beautiful culture where when you travel, people do help you a lot. There's a lot of cases which is negative, but there's so many stories which is positive. And this particular situation, they gave us shelter, they gave us place to clean ourselves, and they provided us good breakfast, and then they said bon voyage for us.
Yes, I completely agree with you, and also to get these kind of shots, to get into their let's say a place of worship or their ceremonies, it's also difficult, don't you think so? To make them
100.
comfortable.
Yes, yes, yes. So for me, it's always from the initial days. I always like to interact with new people. So I don't have preconceived notion of how the people will react or what it will be. Just go there. Many people will act like what happened to this person. Why is he here? And but so many people will help you out. They guide us because the language is a barrier. At that time, I knew very, very little Malayalam. I could not even understand. Now it's still much better, but at that particular moment, I could not understand their language. So it's, as I said, it's almost like a foreign country to me. So, but it was beautiful, and those local areas, it's because it's so inside, they don't speak anything apart from Malayalam.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I talk about this picture, this again, I think many people have shot this. This is Bhutan. This is one of my first international trip, solo backpacking there. This is again after trekking 3-4 kilometers. This is Tiger Nest in Bhutan. I had to capture somewhere where it is not captured. So this particular situation, if I used wide angle actor on the our camera, you can shoot this particular wide angle. And I really like because there is leading line, there is color, there is a lot of other elements to make the image beautiful.
And yes, you had to wait also for that person to reach that sunspot.
100%. I think these particular moments, there is a lot of luck factor also involved. There is a lot of time where you wait and shoot, but if you want that particular element which adds to that image, there's some luck element also, I would say, to add it. So this is Singapore trip. Again, it's too little fancy, but this I want to show because 30 seconds exposure in that particular cameras, you can see the clouds and all, everything. It looks nice. I love to shoot night photography. I think you already figured that out in my images.
Yes.
So again, Vietnam, beautiful, beautiful place. They have small little lamps which floats in the water. If you want to capture that, it's normal image. I wanted to capture something which is different, and again, I was on board, so that's why there is a little shake on that particular lamps. But yeah,
Still, you have managed to get good trailer.
Yes,
Abhishek, after getting to know all of your images, I think I should use more of X100 series instead of the bigger cameras like X-T4 as compared to X100.
I tell you why because I have this. My friends, everyone know that it's very difficult for me to make a choice. If you give me 5 options, I'll spend entire week to select which particular lens. If you restrict me with one particular lens, I'll be much happier than giving me options of like from 8 mm to 1000 mm of lenses.
I think ये एक सही भी है अपने आप को challenge करने के लिए.
Exactly. And I love prime lenses. For me, there is something which I cannot shoot in zoom. I don't prefer zoom lenses at all for some reason. I love prime lenses, and it's okay for me. It restricts. It's fine.
So Abhishek, I have a question.
Yes.
How many photos you have? So let's see before.
I think one. This is last but not
Okay,
least.
let's complete your images here.
This is again one. This thing. Yeah. This is, I think, Rohit also. Ashwini San joined me in this particular trip. This is again the Chani Chaurai, Uttarakhand trek. So you can see the Himalayas on the other side, and beautiful place.
I think Uttarakhand is, I think not taken more as similar as Himalayas by Himachal, but Uttarakhand is also very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm at last image. This is my final image. There are other few images which there's a lot to talk about. So yeah. Should I stop
please. Please. If you just quickly want to show, if you want to show quickly all those images, you can quickly just show. You can just quickly show everyone. Okay. Can you tell us about the star? Let me ask. A lot of people here might have this question कि ये star कैसे लाया जाए?
So, but when see, it's a play of exposure triangle because I'm shooting at 30 seconds frame and there was enough light there, so I had to compensate. I closed my aperture to f22 or
Okay.
f16.
Okay.
So when you close your aperture, you get that star flare from the street lights.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I have also tried a lot of like this stuff like this. You know, best part is when you shoot for yourself, तब आप experiment कर सकते हो and then you achieve all these things.
100%. When it's commercial shoot, there is very limited you can experiment with, unless you have a time and budget for it.
Yes.
Should I stop this screen sharing?
Yeah, let's. So we have 3 more people with us, but be online. I want to talk to you here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have 2 things to say before I. People can see my video.
Yes, we can. All good.
So, if people are not friendly with one single lens of X100 series, I have something called as X Pro 3. So
Okay.
this is very similar to X100 series, but with interchangeable lens. And because in our mirrorless series of lenses lineup, we have starting from 8 mm to 1000 mm equivalent of lenses. So any lenses you can use in this particular camera. So rangefinder style cameras are good because you can see the compact and thin body of this particular thing, and it's easy and wonderful to carry around. So yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for sharing all your images, and I must say beautiful images. अक्सर हम लोग बात नहीं करते हैं अपनी photos के बारे में, and I think we should shoot more often because जब हम सारे लोग एक जगह होंगे, I think we'll have 10 different images, and we can later on have a brainstorming session of how and what and why. So there was a question that I wanted to ask you, Abhishek, here. This question has been asked by Hemlata Saini, one of our viewers. Because you shoot on 35mm, I'm asking you this question. That probably, so he's saying that, sir, at 23mm, we don't see the effect of wide angle. Okay?
Yes.
And why and how can somebody achieve that?
So first of all, 35 mm angle of view is not wide angle. From 35, if you go below, it's considered wide angle lenses, right? So at 35, you wouldn't see that much of wide angle. But with X series, if I talk about X100 series, if you have a 28 mm adapter, that will still give you wide angle this thing because you're not covering the larger portion of this thing, because 35 mm is similar to your one eye view. Sorry, it's two eyes view, and 50 mm is for one eye view, people say. So 35 mm is almost like what you see. You don't see that wide dramatic look through your eyes.
Correct.
So
Correct.
under 35, if you go beyond like wider, like 28 mm, 24, 14 mm, 8 mm, I think you will see. There's one image, if you want me to show, I want to show like I shot that particular in 14 mm.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So shall I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry. Can people see?
Yeah, now we can.
So if you see this particular image, you can see that extra dramatic look of wide angle lens. So this again shot in Bhutan of Stupa. Everyone is shooting the straight face, but if I want to show that dramatic look, that extra over, that what you say in movies they show, that extra masala stuff.
Larger than life image.
Larger than life, exactly my point. So I think that shows in this, if you shoot at more wide angle lens, like this was shot in 14 mm. So, yeah.
So when you shoot here, let me ask you this question. When you shoot wide angles, let's say this is ultra wide angle, okay?
Yeah.
Super wide. Do you like the distortion?
I love distortion. So I'll tell you why. Because there is, once you go beyond something which you normally see, there is something which is added to it. Sometimes it's visible, sometimes it's not visible. But the distortion in our X series lenses, it's very less, very minimal, which is great for people who don't like distortion. But at certain angle of view, when you go beyond like 14 mm or beyond that like 8 mm, you get slight amount of distortion. But that is how it is, because you have to cover an entire the dramatic look in that particular view. So see, if you see in this particular thing, I don't see much of distortion at all. Apart from the left side, you don't see that much of distortion. Again, there is a sun directly from camera, so that directly towards the camera, so there is a solar flare.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Yes. So that's what you meant here. That let's take distortion as art and accept it. If you want to create larger than life images like this.
100% Saurabh, you said it. So let's stop it.
Yeah. So okay. So somebody wanted to ask you from AK Dronography and Cinematography about the ISO shutter and aperture that you have used, basically the exposure triangle. So for him, I want to answer that, sir, आप connect कर सकते हैं अभिषेक के साथ over his Instagram account, or you can send him direct messages over there and ask him directly also. Because getting too much technical into all these shutter speed ISO images, बहुत time लग जाएगा, and we have a lot of things to be discussed. So Abhishek, please tell us your. It's obviously we saw, all of us saw your Instagram handle on the images, but if you can just share your Instagram handle again, and one last message to the photographer family on this World Photography Day.
Yes, so my Instagram handle is HEABHI, he, Abhi. So this particular Instagram, again, you can ask me about shutter, ISO and aperture. It's very, very, very basic thing, and we can discuss on each individual images, not at all a problem. So there is, I think, one more question from Hemlata, if I may take.
Yeah, please.
So she's asking, do you take groups for shoots? Oh, I think that is okay.
Rohit's question probably, I think.
I think maybe after this pandemic, we can start something where we'll take interns for some people who can explore Fujifilm cameras and make a workshop out of it.
I think that's a perfectly brilliant idea, and we also have our product manager in the backside of this meeting in the waiting area. Let's propose it to him soon.
Yes. So thank you so much, guys, for letting me share my images and work. It's always a pleasure to talk about photography and technical stuff and about camera. People who joined us, thank you, and happy World Photography Day, and keep shooting.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Thank you so much for joining. And to others, those who are live, thank you so much for joining live us here. My name is Saurabh Joshi, and we are live today from all the different locations in India in this pandemic situation on this special day, which is the World Photography Day. So wishing you, all of you guys, happy World Photography Day. Keep clicking images, keep sharing your work. You can follow the Fujifilm social media channels and accounts. You can also follow all of us on Instagram. Let's connect. And next that I have here with me is Anindo Basu from Calcutta, a very interesting city. I love Calcutta. I love the eastern part of India. Unfortunately, I haven't traveled that much, but let's see, Calcutta and other nearby places, hopefully from his eyes, his work. And before I invite Anindo, I have a quick video for him as well. And let me just play the video for you. And there you go. was a beautiful travel video that we just saw. And let me invite Anindo Vasu on the panel here with me. Anindo, hi, are you there?
Hi Saurabh,
Hello, Anindo. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you so
And
much.
happy
I'm
World
great.
Photography Day.
Oh, thank you so much. Same to you. Thank you, brother. I'm great. Thanks for asking. And thanks for joining. आपसे पहले हम लोग रोहित एंड अभिषेक से बात कर चुके हैं एंड आई जस्ट प्लेड योर वीडियो सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ राजस्थान वीडियो और जोधपुर वीडियो इफ आई एम नॉट
It's a kind of a mixed video. I was traveling around Rajasthan and I just put in some of the clips together to form a short video and just what it means or what I saw and all of that in just a small footage. Of course, I have a larger video too, but this is just a smaller kind of a opening video that I wanted to show for everyone.
Okay, so before we go forward, I put the same question to you also कि आपको कैमरा कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ, आप कैमरा से कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस हुए, कैसे रूबरू हुए, जैसे हम इस सेशन को रूबरू सेशन बोलते हैं, जैसे मैं और आप हम लोग रूबरू हो रहे हैं, सो कैमरा से आप कैसे मिले एंड व्हाट इज द स्टोरी बिहाइंड entering into photography and taking cameras and shooting outside or shooting people or,
Okay.
or creating memories, please.
So first of all, a happy World Photography Day to everyone who's watching. And I am enjoying the session, looking at such great work and images. Of course, I started in a very odd manner where I was looking at this documentary on Nat Geo. I was in college at that time, and it had not crossed my path that I do photography in any way. But that 1 hour show on Nat Geo was about wildlife photography. It was about the challenges. It was about how you prepare yourself. And somehow that 1 hour after that 1 hour, I had completely changed, and I knew that I had to get into photography. And from that point onwards, I searched on the internet for every schooling and photography courses that I could do. I did a few courses which took me about 3 years to complete, and then during that time I practiced my photography. I did some professional shoots also, and that is it. That is how I started. Like it wasn't before college that I had picked up a camera or I wanted to do photography, but after that there mostly hasn't been a day that the camera is not with me or I don't have a camera along.
Yeah, so you correctly mentioned it cannot be a day जब हमारे पास में कैमरा नहीं हो. Mostly we are sleeping, eating, and working with the cameras, obviously. And so once again, thank you so much for joining Anindo here with us. Do you have
It's a
something to
pleasure.
share? So I would like to request you to start sharing anything, whatever images that you have. But before that, a quick query. It's been how long? कितने साल हो गए आपको कैमरास के साथ शूट करते हुए? And
It's-
what
it's close
what
to-
kind of images you shoot? So just adding on to it.
It's been close to 11 years now, and I like to shoot travel and street, but then I still experiment with all genres of photography. As said that I started, the passion started with wildlife, so I read a lot about wildlife also, and I try to visit whenever I have time these national parks also, so that I can a lot of practical experience also how photography is being done, how the animals are being treated there and kept. So these things also I follow up whenever I get time. So of course I have a few shots. I think one shot that I added a macro shot that I can show, and apart from that, the images that I'm showing, it's mostly out of this travel video that I had shown. Just some of images that I could capture during that time. I'm showing those images.
So before you share, let me ask you. Is it difficult to shoot images and videos because वो video भी आपने बनाया और images भी आप खींच रहे हो? So how difficult it is to do both together?
It is difficult. Like for images, you have a complete different perspective. You're shooting with, and you are completely different perspective, because for videos you need continuity. You need to think about the previous shot you've taken and how to link those to the shot that you're going to make now.
Correct.
And
correct.
of course, your camera settings also differ in that time, that you have to switch from your movie mode to your still
Yes.
mode.
Yes.
So that is a transition that, once you practice or you keep on practicing, I think that it can be gotten hold of, and you can also, all the viewers who are watching can also uh, pretty easily, because Fujifilm cameras now, the camera like X-T4 if we talk about,
Yeah.
has just one click you can switch between movie and still.
Correct. Yes. A hybrid camera for a hybrid shooter like you.
It's,
Okay. Yeah. So please, you can share your screen and show us your
yeah,
work
but
that you want to share.
share my screen now.
Yes, please.
So basically, what I'm trying to showcase is we are photographers, we deal with light, and in a day there is a constant change in terms of light. So how do you make yourself comfortable with this light is by shooting many times a day. Mostly if you take out the camera from the early morning and you keep on shooting, so you get to understand how light changes and how subjects get illuminated differently, shadows are formed. So these things are important, because whether or not you're shooting throughout the day, because it's difficult to always go out shoot during the entire day. But you should have an idea how the light is going to change and which light is more better for your shot. So I've just placed my images like that, starting from the early morning to the till late night wherever I could shoot.
Yeah.
And mostly I've used the XH1 camera for all of these shots. Reason being, again, videos and still that camera, when I went for this shoot, that camera had stabilization. Now the XT4 also has stabilization. And of course, both the cameras work very good. So of course, in a day, another point that I want to make, that this can be for the viewers also. Like if you're going out and you're making pictures, how many good pictures do you want to make in a day? Like if you're going out and you have the camera with you, how many good pictures when you go out from something in your mind that I will make today?
Anindra, can I ask you a question
Yeah.
about your previous photo, जो आपने पहले फोटो खींची? इधर, no, the
This
next photo, next, yeah. So idhar, if you see the entire frame, there are three major colors that we see here. One is definitely the sky blue color. Then a little portion of green, जो एक पेड़ है वहाँ पर, and a lot of the portion is brown. What made you? Did you place the subject with the red color, attire there deliberately, or मतलब आपने wait किया या ऐसा आपने create किया? And what could have been a difference if not there?
Yeah, so I waited for this shot. They were around, and this is a key element of this area. So I knew that they will come in and enter the premises. So I waited for this shot. I knew that they'll go in. So it was deliberate that I wanted a kind of a motion or a movement in the frame where you can understand that she is going into the temple. And of course, the red color is what I wanted, because other colors are there, but we want a break in terms of perspective. That's why I put that color there.
Absolutely. So even if we see here that small red has dominated the entire brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a nice, really nice photo. Please, we can go for it.
So this is in the afternoon. The other shots, if I talk about the other shots, these were in the morning. Then some of the afternoon shots, and how to utilize that light. Even in the afternoon or when the sun is out, still you can form shots where you're in the indoors and the sky becomes flatter. But if you have subjects that can, you can use as the background, or you can use to cover up the sky, I think even that time you can shoot some of the areas. And again, using a shadow kind of an area, like you can see there is a tree which is there, and the harsh sunlight is not directly falling onto the subjects. So stuff or images like this can also be taken during, the time of the day where we feel that no, this is the ideal time to make pictures because the light is not good. Even during those times also, you can find yourself activities and subjects that can definitely work. So I have a few layers here. I can talk about layers in this. You can see there are 3 layers in this particular image. One is the activity on the top of the layer, then the activity which is the locals that they're dressed up and they're talking amongst themselves, and the third layer is the guy on the right hand side who is lost in his own world, in his own thoughts, and is kind of looking at whatever is happening around.
Thank you, really, thank you very much for telling us about layering in any kind of image, which is most important. Also, जो मैंने यहाँ पे एक चीज़ नोटिस करी है वो ये है कि bright sunlight, bright. I think this is around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, as per in yes. Still, there is a motion blur on the top layer, जो कि आप अच्छा खासा अक्सर हम लोग जब शूट करते हैं तो उसको ब्राइट सनलाइट है तो अच्छी खासी शटर स्पीड में कर लेते हैं शूट. So you managed to probably get that motion blur even in the bright sunlight. Can you please, just give us a little bit idea how can we create something like this?
Okay, so for this again, I think we had this. Abhishek might have also touched upon this. That our aperture, of course, plays an important role here, and of course, apart from that, the most important thing is the shutter speed, because the shutter speed will help you blur subjects also. So I chose deliberately a slower shutter speed, and I closed down my aperture to gather a more depth of field in the image. So when I did that along with a lower ISO, because my shutter speed was slower and the boy was running, it blurred out the boy because of course he was at a speed which is faster, and my shutter speed could not match up to that pace to freeze the action. So that is what happened here. Even in the daytime, you can manage shots like this. Only thing you'll have to think about is your shutter speed. You can bring down your shutter speed and you can get a motion blur in the image also.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So moving on, another element about you're not getting the light maybe right. So you can also include your family members. Sometimes you are at a place where you're doing travel photography. Even your family members can also be included, and they can definitely make for a nice image. Again, the light is now between 3 to 4, and that's how I placed the images. And after this, of course, another portrait shot that I could take in the shadow. The light was not direct, but it was a reflected kind of light. As you can see that there is no harsh shadows present in the image, but it's kind of a reflected light. So it is going towards the evening, but then there's no harsh shadow in the image because of the reflected light that is falling on the side.
It's again very beautiful, very pretty, tight, composed shot.
Thank you so much. And now in the evening, where you want to make most of your images, either right in the daytime or in the evening. You can see the blue city behind, and the part of the castle, and I waited for the bird to come into the frame because that is my main element. That breaks kind of sense of motion, brings in a sense of motion in the image. And also because there was a blank space in terms of the sky, I kind of wanted to fill that up with the bird. So I had to wait not a lot of time, but a few minutes. I knew that the birds were in the air and they'll gradually come into my frame also.
And also, Anando, I think अगर आपने और 5 मिनट या 4 मिनट वेट किया होता तो लेफ्ट में जो ऑरेंज लाइट पड़ी है ना सनसेट की फोर्ट पे, वो जा चुकी होती.
Exactly.
Yes. Again, so this definitely proves all of us that patience is the key to get your light shot. Brilliant shot once again. Thank you. Yeah, please.
Thank you so much. So maybe after this, a lot of people will, cameras, but I still had my camera out, and I could see this blue hour, and then this sky turned completely blue. And this is again one of the important aspects about Fujifilm cameras, that even in very low light conditions, also the colors come out beautiful, and also the ISO performance on the cameras are also really good, exceptional, I would say. That even this was very dim light situation, but the camera makes it illuminated in such a way that you can see every inch of details.
Absolutely.
And finally, when I got back, to my hotel, still the camera was there, and I found this scene. And again, it teaches us how to handle the camera or exposure perfectly, even in low light. So overall, I wanted to speak about this, that you can make good images in any light condition, wherever you are. Just keep your cameras out and just patiently wait for the subjects, and you can make great images.
Very well said, Ando. So, please, if you have something to share, you're most welcome. Or else, let's see. Yeah, so please switch on your
I will
webcam.
stop sharing my screen now.
Yeah, you can, please.
Okay, so sorry. There was one last shot that I mentioned, and it's here. This is a macro shot taken the XT3 camera, and of course, this shows the ability of even our mirrorless cameras, how good they are in terms of, or how good our lenses are in terms of macro photography also.
So, once again, brilliant shot, and it shows that from landscapes to nature to street, you can shoot anything.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. I hope everyone could pick up something.
Yes. So if you can just stop sharing your screen, and so that we can see you. There you go. So we should say thank you, Amindo. Thank you so much for joining us here, and thank you so much for sharing the tips and all your images. Personally, I like a lot of blue hour thing and a sunset colors, and that's what I've noticed in your images. And yes, a brilliant video again, once again. So thank you so much for joining us. Before you leave, before you go, one message that you want to give to the photography family, photographer friends that we have that are watching us, or that will definitely, because this video will be there in the YouTube channel, that will watch it later on, all those people. Yeah.
Okay. So the message that is most important, I think, when, of course, photography for most of us, it's also a passion, and to feel whenever you're out for photography is important, that whatever subject you're creating, you have a, and that can definitely pick up your style and genre of photography. If you feel the photograph that you're going to make, it is definitely going to be worth it.
So, very good message to everyone. Thank you so much, Ando, for being online. And now, to everyone watching us, once again, let me wish you Happy World Photography Day. It's a very interesting day for all of us, for all the camera lovers. Please share images, use hashtags with Fujifilm India. That is the hashtag shot on Fujifilm and hashtag Fujifilm X India. You can follow the Instagram account, you can follow the Facebook account. Facebook and Instagram account IDs for Fujifilm India is Fujifilm X India. So just search Fujifilm X India. The same goes for YouTube. Subscribe to this channel so that you get all the updates in future as well. So we have two more people with us, and quickly, I know the session is getting a little bit stretched, but whatever questions you have, जो भी आपके सवाल हैं, you're most welcome to ask regarding photography. I have couple of questions. Don't worry, मैं वो सब लूँगा. जितने भी questions मेरे पास आए हैं, I will take care of all these questions. I'll give you the answers with the coming people that we have. So next, I want to invite Dipin. Dipin, are you there?
Yes, sorry, son, I'm here.
Yes. So before I invite Dipin, let me just tell all of our viewers. Dipin is basically again Fujifilm expert, and he's based out of in Kochi, and he's again one of the he's got a good great work when it comes to nature and wildlife. I've seen a couple of his images, and I think you will also like these photos. So it's a little bit different than travel, जो अभी तक हम लोग देखते आ रहे हैं travel and street. So let me invite Dipin first, and there you are. Thank you so much, Dipin, for joining us.
Uh, yeah, am I live now? Live now?
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay.
We can see
Okay.
you. Everyone can see you. So thank you so much for
Okay.
joining.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saurabh-san, and a very happy World Photography Day to all the viewers also. Thank you so much for adding me once again. Yeah, I'm from Kerala, so actually I like shoot natural photography and wildlife photography and all.
So a quick question to you as well.
Yeah.
When did you got introduced to cameras or photography, and what made you choose photography as a passion and as a career also?
Okay, actually, I completed my post graduation and I was working in a different field. So I realized that that is not, I was not much interested in that, and I realized I was doing photography that time, and I thought of making it as a profession, and I took almost 4 years working on that. Like I went for I joined in a photography club, and I started going for weekend photography, and I meet so many photographers. I went for like an assistant photographer. Then after 4 years, I just left my job. Then I completely started working on photography. I worked in studios, and I was started doing small projects. Then after 1 or 2 years, I think I got a great opportunity from Fujifilm. So I'm so happy now with Fujifilm. That's what my career.
Yeah. So as you mentioned about the cameras, sorry, about the photography and the genre that you shoot, wildlife and nature.
Yeah.
Can you just before showing about the wildlife
Can I
images,
share my screen?
So before showing the wildlife images, can you just tell all of us what wildlife or nature photography for you is? What do you get when you shoot? Because a lot of people have this question, even in the comment section also. People
Mhm.
think that it's easy to sell photographs. So do you shoot to sell your photograph, or you shoot for yourself?
I shoot for myself, and I have uploaded in some sites also, selling sites also, in the early stage. But for me, that is very much connected to people. For example, when you are doing travel or some kind of a street and all, you have to explain the rules and you have to explain the layers and everything. But when you see a nature photography, you don't want to explain anything. It's directly connected to the people. So
Well
that's what
said.
I really like about
Very well said.
nature.
Very well said. Very well said. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can share your screen, and then just let's quickly have a look at the work.
Definitely, sure. Visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Uh, this and all I've shooted in my photography journey in the beginning stage. So from Bangalore, I was working in Bangalore, and this Lalbagh, that Lalbagh Botanical Garden. That's a great place for this kind of macro photography and any kind of small object. Insect photography and all. So from there, I took this and go on. I like this butterfly shots.
I must say these are really, really beautiful shots, and very controlled focus and aperture. So I will quickly ask you some questions. Please continue
Sure.
the images.
Okay, this one I got it from Bandipur National Park, and we were waiting for a tiger to pass. By luck, we got it the first time itself. Then this is from Mysore Zoo. It's not like a normal wildlife, but it's from a zoo shot. But when I see this night scene, I just clicked.
So it's like you can create wildlife shots as well in the zoos just to avoid fences. And a very very interesting story that I want to share with you, Dipin, here is I remember one time I shot I shot a tiger, shot a image of a
Okay.
tiger.
Okay.
In that was from Bhopal Zoo, so it is more of a natural habitat zoo for them. And
Okay.
I showed it to a Bandhavgarh forest officer, and he was so smart that he saw the entire background and the leaf and everything, and he said, this tiger is not from Bandhavgarh. So yes,
Okay.
we can play around a lot of like this, clicking images in zoo, but we sometimes get caught as well.
Definitely, definitely. So it's all a story now. More than just showing a tiger or elephant. It's like we are getting a story in this one.
Yeah,
So that's a yeah. You can use Sue also like photos like this. And this is again from Bangalore Albag photos. So this is a macro photo.
yeah. It's a beautiful shot. I think Dipin, I should start taking personal classes with you for macro photography.
Right now I use X-T3 with I think 60 lens. That's the best lens I use for macro in Fujifilm.
Okay. Do you use, because I see a lot of magnified macro shots here, the magnification ratio. So do you also
Yes,
use
yes.
these the
Sometimes I use converter
okay,
like
okay. So do
macro.
you use the macro converters also?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
use because in the beginning stage I doesn't have. I was not afford to buy big lenses or pro lenses. That time I use this extension tube or this kind of things for getting the macro effect.
Okay, okay, yeah.
So this is like a normal shot. I got it from Humvee.
It's again a lot of aggression that somebody can see in the shot. Yes.
So basically, I don't want to go anywhere to get this kind of shot because nearby my home itself. I'm from Kerala and I'm staying a little remote. No, so nearby my home itself, I'll get so many subjects for photo shoot. So after this lockdown, I have shooted a lot of. I mean, I make use of our cameras and the subject nearby my home.
Hmm, hmm. Yes, very well said. So you don't have to go into a nature park to shoot something like this.
Definitely, definitely.
And especially right now, people from northern part of India, the monsoons is it's raining heavy here in the NCR as well. So I think you can definitely get all these insect shots. So take out your cameras. If you have got a macro lens, good. If you don't have a macro lens, just shoot, zoom, crop, and share. Yeah, Dipin.
Definitely. So these are some images I want to show you quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
So can I stop sharing?
Yes, please. Okay, Dipin. So thank you so much. Must say there's a lot to be explained in all those photos. Brilliant, brilliant macro shots.
Thank you.
Amazing, green color combination with all those insects and butterflies, and I mean all those nature and wildlife that you have portrayed us. And thank you so much for joining us. So one quick question, I mean one quick request to you. If you have anything to say to all your friends who are watching us live regarding photography, regarding cameras, anything that you want to mention.
For any photographer, I think this is the best time to learn. I think our last 3 4 months we are getting a lot of live, lot of interactions, photographers interaction, everything. So just make of this time and you take your camera and shoot from your home or make some subject and start learning because once you click, then you can learn photography. So my suggestion is like just make use of photography. I mean, the cameras, everything this time because once all the pandemic, everything is get over, you will go back to the normal life and you won't get time for investing. I mean, learning. I think.
So very well said. Invest the pandemic time. Stay home, stay safe, and shoot something like what Dipin has just shared, just in your backyard or around the garden that you have nearby. So once again, Dipin, thank you so much for joining. I have one more special person, guys. So I have the product manager of Fujifilm India with me here, who drives the entire team. हम सब लोगों को वही घुमाते हैं, वही नचाते हैं. So before inviting him today, he is more of a friend to me live here, and we will see what he sees through his lens instead of all those corporate things that he does in the office. So before I invite him, Ashri-san, are you there with me?
Yes.
Okay, there you are, loud and clear. And can you also please switch on your webcam?
Webcam is on.
Yeah, there you are. Okay, okay. Devin, I would like to request you to please put your microphone on mute. Thank you. And there you are, loud and clear and well said. How are you, Ashri-san?
Perfectly fine. Saurabh and all of you guys watching and my team, wish you all a very, very happy World Photography Day today. I'm really sorry, I am in a little bit remote area. I'm not able to get very good quality internet. Somehow I'm managing with this thing because I have to come and have to celebrate and have to share my thoughts as a photographer myself. And just wanted to say, please be safe. Please be take care of all the nearby people and enjoy shooting images. I think take out some time for yourself. Take out pictures. Of course, we are involved. We all have to earn money. If you are as a photographer, as a working professional, as a photographer, your first priority is to earn money. But I think that being diluted from the last, I think sometime I always say to my all team members, all my photographers surrounded, I always say, please take out some time for your personal, as an artist, what you like to shoot. So please never let that thing goes away from you. I have seen very few photographers who shoots their personal projects and do much on their corporate, like their general life shoots, which are being assigned by some creative photographer, creative director, or somebody is under. You're under some kind of a particular places where आपको उनके अंदर रह के ही काम करना है. आप खुले में आप खुल के अपनी जो अपनी आर्टिस्ट आप जो आपके अंदर है उसको आप बताना चाहते हो, वो आप नहीं कर पाते हो. तो मैं उसको प्लीज आप बाहर लाने की कोशिश करिए. आज बहुत अच्छा दिन है, बाहर जाइए. इफ रेन इज नॉट हैपनिंग, हियर इज टू मच रेन हैपनिंग इन माय एरिया. सो कोशिश करिए कि आप अपने लिए टाइम निकालें एंड अपना कुछ पर्सनल प्रोजेक्ट करिए. सो सौरभ, इसी बात से मैं आप सब लोगों के लिए, मेरा बेसिकली यहाँ पे आने का इम्पोर्टेंट मोटिव यही था कि मैं आपको पर्सनलाइज अपनी स्टोरीज बताने के लिए एक मौका दूँ. सो सौरभ, मैं वो बात अनाउंस करना चाहूँगा. Can I take the screen?
Yes, please. So is it a surprise that you're going to announce?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just
not surprise. It's already there. If people are not known, so I want people to approach it through this way. I want to announce it because it's a right platform to do it. People will see, immediately can look at it. So whatever I said today, like कि आप अपना personal काम दिखाइए, अपनी personal life के साथ कुछ pictures take कीजिए. जैसे मैं अपने घर पे अपने बेटे की pictures लेना पसंद करता हूँ. पिछले 5 महीने से यहाँ पे work from home चल रहा है. So I am getting a little bit time to take my son's images. So I am shooting those. I'm sorry I'm not prepared my slide like the way my team has prepared, but you can check out my work on Instagram and Facebook at Ashwini Joshi at 07. So that's my Instagram ID. But so okay, getting all this thing back, we're already late for the time already extended. So let me just, without any taking further time, I'll just share this. So guys, everybody can see this screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, I'm here to announce a contest today for all the storytellers, all the photographers out there who has some kind of images and already shot with our Fujifilm X cameras, and they are just waiting for some to share with us. So we are giving you one opportunity here. We are announcing a one wonderful contest judged by our very one of the leading photographers in the industry, especially in culture and heritage and documentary wise. So you can see the theme, you can see the who are there, the judges. Mr. Prashant Panjir, one of the finest photojournalists and documentary photographers we have in India. And Dinesh Chinna sir, I think we all love him. We all know him for our all the amazing international and national work he has done over the period of time. I think हमारी जितनी एज है शायद हम सब उतने साल के होंगे नहीं जितना उनका साल का एक्सपीरियंस उनको इस फील्ड में हो चुका है. So I think there are a lot to learn and they're going to be judging your images. So basically ये थोड़ा different है compared to what general contests are happening. So basically एक पिक्चर नहीं चाहिए मेरे को, यहाँ पे series of images चाहिए, एक story चाहिए पूरा. So we are looking at if you just go through and check out this page which is there online already. आप Fujifilm X India के हमारे pages में Instagram और Facebook में जाके check कर सकते हैं. You can log in this and you will see that we are asking you share your stories, put about the images. You can share up to 5 images, a series of pictures where you can talk about the story, how this thing came in and in which and and overall story, and you can write down that in a we will the best entry is gonna be featured on our pages and our thing, and of course we have some good goodies and prizes for you guys as well. So please check out this page, guys. This is really different from what you have done. We are pushing. We are trying to make sure that everybody should share their stories through this imagery, and these judges are the best thing. I think we have the best judges for this particular thing. So we are under the COVID-19 situation where we cannot go out and do things, but I'm sure you must have taken some pictures if you're a photographer, if you have a camera with you. So take out, or if you don't have, we have around 1 month's time, 30 to 20 days to shoot your picture and submit. So with this, I would take you to Saurabh to proceed further. Thank you so much, guys, and happy World Photography Day to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ashwin-san. Thank you so much for coming us for to announce this great competition, which is announced at the right time. Today is a very special day to all the photographers, the World Photography Day. And once again, I would also request you and encourage you to shoot and share the images, share your stories, and we have got a lot of prizes and goodies which will be announced, and the images will be judged by the senior jury members that Ashwini-san just mentioned here. And thank you so much, Ashwini-san. Before you sign off, I would like to ask you one question that you have already guided us a lot in your intro, but if you want to say one quick thing to all the photographers or the camera users here.
Yeah, I already said that, just repeating again, but please guys, take out some time for your own photography still. I think we are, as a photographer, हम लोग इतने ज़्यादा busy हैं पैसा कमाने में या फिर अपने जो हमारा commercial काम है उसको करने में, कि हम लोग बहुत कम लोग हैं जो आजकल अपना personal काम कर रहे हैं. Like for example, we as a camera company members, because we have a dedicated job, a corporate job in company, and we are, whenever we get small time, even in 2 days, like we have seen the story of Rohit, how within 2 days he goes to expedition and try to shoot personal picture where he enjoy photography and from his heart, right? Personally for him, right? We have wonderful cameras to your stories, like right from Expo 3 to anything. It's totally dedicated, very personal, emotional thing to go for this. And I'm really happy that with our product lineup, we able to give that feeling to you guys. So I request, please shoot for yourself as well. And today is the right day. So happy World Photography Day once again.
Ashwin-san, I may have missed one question to you as well. आप कैसे कैमरा इंडस्ट्री में आए?
I think it's been 12 years over the years, and I had a very good passion for camera since childhood. My father used to shoot some pictures for his. He is coming from a defense background, so he had some camera, and I used to loan from him and start taking pictures from the very basic, like around 12 years. I think I was there. So yeah, from there it's there in the family, and it's bound to happen that I have taken a proper education. Then I think me and Anando is from the same institute, so Triveni Art Gallery. So we have done our photography basic and advanced course from there. I'm a journalism student, so I've done mass communication and production. So it's there as a part of my normal education also. And from there, I've been there for fiddling with the three companies, and most of them are camera related companies. So and Fujifilm is one of the best brands for camera. I think we have the best of the technology right now. So I'm really happy, and I hope, like us, maybe you guys are not so lucky to have a dedicated profession like a corporate profile, and we try to get. Though we don't get time, I must tell you, we are continuously working. I think day night we are working for you guys to provide you wonderful content, and together by us or our team members or our ambassadors. But we enjoy. We don't feel any workload or something like that, because we are so passionate about our this thing, and this thing we had all of us. So that's why we are I think if you come up with something, this kind of shows and all, it requires a lot of preparations, and also I'm sure these guys have not slept properly to prepare this slide, because this is for them. This is not to give a general public a talk and thing. This is they for themselves, so they must have done hard work. So thank you guys, thank you so much for your telling your stories, and coming up on as a different avatar today. And I'm really happy that we could offer this show, and congratulations to everybody.
Okay, so Ashwin-san, thank you for such beautiful, wonderful words. There's one question that I've got in the comments here on YouTube Live about the contest. If you can just tell us that if the contest is open for any camera user, or there's a specification there.
It's specific to Fujifilm. I'm really sorry. Right now, it's only for Fuji film users, and all the XT cameras, any old or new camera you are using, you can submit your pictures, and this is only for the Fujifilm users. Unfortunately, at this moment, but we'll definitely come up with a bigger and maybe a.
I think it's a very fortunate moment for Fujifilm users to win.
Exactly.
When it can be anything. It can be cameras also. I don't know well, or lenses for the matter of time. But yes, it's a great platform to showcase your work for all the Fujifilm users as of now. And yes, as Ashwin-san mentioned, that we will definitely come up with more such events and contests. So before we sign off.
Stories. We're looking for stories, not one single image. We're looking for a series of images, and with a beautiful story. If you can share, that will be the major thing here. I think that should be the major crux. If I have to tell you, this contest is not like a normal contest. We're looking to hear your stories. So let's share your stories. It could be your family, it could be with your child, it could be your pet, or it could be any images you have shot during this time. Please share with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Once again, thank you so much everyone for joining this session, and thank you so much Ashwin-san for being online. And we are now at time to sign off.
1 minute. I would like to ask you also one question, because you guys, we all are 5 people you have hosted, but we forgetting that you also should say something about your work. I know Saurabh is not a person to we have to introduce. It's already there as a camera baba. If you type in Instagram, you'll find out. But I just want to ask you one thing, that what is this photography means to you? What is this passion means to you when it comes to as an individual? I'm not talking about as a corporate profile person. I'm talking about as an individual who like cameras, who's passionate about this thing, and how you take it. I know we have less time, but let please.
Yeah, so I'll not take much of the time, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So I also have a quick clip of my work that I wanted to release today on this day of World Photography Day, and thanks for this platform. But yes, as you have asked before showing that clip, as you have asked about what photography means to me is, see, my memories fade soon. Whatever I go, wherever I meet, see places, the memories that we have, they fade soon. And when you probably when I'm down in emotions, or I'm in joy, I want to see such memories. I want to relive those memories, and that is the reason I click images. And I call myself more like I call myself camera baba bhai because I'm more of a camera person. I like to click everything. So मैं बहुत ही वैरायटी की चीज़ें करता हूँ. So I sometimes shoot wildlife and sometimes mostly I shoot yes street and some commercial work earlier in the days. And yes, because of my traveling and I'm more of a biker guy. So because of my traveling part, I came into this photography, and then I have never stopped as Fujifilm 6. So that is my story, and so we'll sign off now. And but before I promise, let me play my clip for you guys, and then we'll just push off with it. So just a second. Just, so. Okay, so that's a short clip that I, have got made, and thanks to one of my friends who supported me in this. Uh, Let me play you that clip. So, well, that was all from my side and from all of us. Thank you for being online and thank you for watching this session. This would be available for later on reference just in case if you have missed anything in between. And once again, I would like to request you, let's connect online, all of us. You can also subscribe this Fujifilm India channel to get updates in future and all the workshop content, all the quick tips and tutorials that we have, and we will keep on posting in future. So thank you so much, and we'll sign off now. Wishing all of you a very happy World Photography Day, and keep clicking, keep sharing. My name is Saurabh Joshi from Fujifilm India. Thank you so much. Goodbye.